Ta-da-now. Ta-da-now-now-now-now-now-now. Hello everyone. Hello everyone. This is just a triangle wave. Hello from Limburg. Hi, hi, hi. Hola amigos. Hola amigos. Ay, ay, ay. Yes, this is a triangle wave. How are you doing today? Today something different a bit. Hi everyone, hi, hi, hi. Something different while we wait for VCV2 to be released. I started using Bitwig this week. And I thought we can give it a try. Nature is on my side, I hope. Knock on wood. Hi, hi, Justus. And how's it going today? All right, we have the grid today. The Bitwig, the grid. Which series was it? The Gary. If you know this series, you know what I mean when I say the Gary. Wow, it's a good one. The Gary. All right, Bitwig uses its own patches. Well, Bitwig is basically, it's a DAW. I would like to call it an instrument actually because it's crazy. It's modular and it's intuitive. Hi Nina, hi Nina. Mataya and Nina. Hi, hi, hi. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Yes, so it's a DAW. It's an instrument. It's modular. You can modulate, I guess, almost anything you want. Almost anything. When does VCV2 come out? I have no idea. I wish I knew. I have no idea. I hope it will still be in November, although even if it's not so bad. But I have no idea. And for now, I'm, yes, indeed, combining them. Actually, I have the VCV VST beta, but I'm not going to use it in this stream. And it's working really well. In Bitwig and also in Reaper, it works really well. In Ableton, I mean, it works well. The VST works well. It's just that Ableton is not the best, but it's an Ableton issue. But in Bitwig and Reaper, because you can modulate anything and everything, it works really well. All right, cool. So we have Bitwig today. We have the grid, basically, which is the modular environment of Bitwig, which is quite cool. It's quite cool. It sounds great. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, it was made by ex-Ableton people, but I worked with Ableton for a bit, and I worked with Bitwig for a bit, and I decided 100% to go with Bitwig because it's much more intuitive. I didn't have to learn to get used to all sorts of shortcuts or anything. Everything just seems to work. I want to do something, like moving here, for example. For me, it would be obvious, to use the middle mouse click and drag it and it just works, you know? In Ableton, things, I don't know, everything is so complicated and everything is so cumbersome and so, I don't know, I just couldn't connect with it. And here, anyway, it's modular. You can add modulation to almost anything here. You have the modulators, you have envelopes, you have LFOs, random, sequencers, envelope followers that you can just use whatever, whenever you want, even not in the grid. I mean now everywhere in Ableton. I mean, you can basically modulate almost anything. But anyway, today we will build some stuff with the grid. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. For now, this is the default patch. We have a triangle wave. Right, and this triangle wave actually has a fold. And it just sounds good, right? Now something already I noticed here that things work a bit differently. So for example, the envelopes have already built-in VCAs inside of them. So all you have to do is send your audio into an envelope, and there you have a VCA and an envelope. So you see I just have a triangle wave. Going, maybe I will zoom in, I don't know, going to the, you see also zooming in, it's just control and scroll, which is amazing. I don't know, it's just working. And also this is perfect. If I just hit F1, I get information about anything and everything. Right, and it also takes, right, I can also, while I look at the information, I can also experiment and see what it's doing. Anyway, it's really intuitive, it's really fun. And it's also polyphonic. Let's change this already to polyphony. Or maybe we'll create something. Let's try a pad. Let's go with, let's say 4 is enough, I guess. Maybe 5. Right, now we need to take the levels a bit down. You let me know if the levels are weird, right? Wait a minute, you are here, right, Guy? Let me see if I remember you are here. Let me see in the chat. Guy. Are you here? Was I? No, you are here, Guy. Can you recognize this? Are you able to sequence the modular stuff with the piano roll? Yes, indeed. This is what we will do actually, okay? Let's start with the sequence and then we can work on the sound, all right? Let's do this actually. Yes, indeed. All right, let's do this. I will work in this area here, in the synths area, just because I can loop there without worrying about the other grid. Voice is a bit low. My voice is low. If my voice is low, I can make it louder. Is this better now? Let me know. Okay, so let's create here a MIDI clip. Right, but maybe what we can do instead of a MIDI clip, you can't remember the name. Eddie, yes, I'm hoping as soon as the VCV VST comes out to combine both. I mean, I already did it, but it's still not... Okay, so let's do something like this. There are a few ways here we can trigger stuff, like you saw in the intro. Maybe I can reproduce this. חלומות של אתמול? Hey, Steve! חלומות של אתמול, I'm not so sure. חלומות של אתמול? No, it's not this. Nope. Okay, nice. All right. So now, basically, what we can do, we can use, for example, there is a new, it's called the note effects, right? It's called Ricochet. I think you saw it also in the intro. And now, basically, if I hit a note, you see what happens? It will basically re-trigger. can make this a bit more panning, and maybe already we can add some sort, maybe we'll stay with the triangle wave. Right, now let's say that I want an AD envelope. Look how cool this is. I just right click it and I can replace this with other modules. So for example, I want an attack decay envelope. Right? No, it was not this song, I will play it again. Just this, that's it. Hey Steve, I said, hey Steve. Hey Marek. Right, so now, yeah, it has a scene view and it's quite interesting actually. Right, so now it will, as you can see, it will trigger like this. Right, I can set it also to random. Right, and let's do something like this. This is the ball damping, so how much it will slow down. If I take it all the way down, it will never stop, basically. Right, and I can take the ball speed a bit down. And maybe also the radius, so it's not so, they are not clashing one another so often, right? Right, so basically now we get a sort of a generative something, right? With the notes that I decide. I can give you a hint, guy. I can give you a hint. What's the hint? Banai. This is the hint. Right, and like this I can just hold the notes. Right? So let's write like a small part, a small MIDI part with those chords. Right, let's do this. Let's take C and C, right? C and C and E flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's say 4-note polyphony, right? Let's say 4-note polyphony. Where is it? Here, 4 notes. It's enough. Pizzicato, yeah, we can also modulate the envelope, so this is also something we can do. But let me just make this and then we can continue, all right? So this will be, let's go with a lower BPM of, let's say about 89.12. Okay, 89.12, right? So now basically, let's take this all the way here. Let's see. Play here. Okay, I want this even longer. So I want this, let's say 2 bars long, right? And now I'm going to copy this and take, what was it? Instead of G, this will be A flat, right? And now it will stay on A flat, and it will go instead of E flat, it will go to F. And now here we have a change. We have here a G, right? And here another G. And here, right, C and D. This will be the chord progression for today, folks. And D, let's do something like this, right? And now I just have to set the looping point, and now this will loop indefinitely. Let's see, right? Play this. Hey Kyle, right? Okay, I need the last chord. The last chord should be a bit more open. So let's say something like this. Oh, yes, yes, yes. The C we will take an octave up. All right, now it will work. Now I can just loop it and it will loop. And it will be nice and fun. Right, and you can see here maybe the... Right? And now I can change also the shape, right? Maybe a triangle. And maybe I can rotate it also, right? So this, for example, is now something I want to modulate. It has nothing to do with the grid, but I can just add modulators to everything. So for example, I want to randomly make it, right? I can just add a random modulator, right, that I have here. I can make it even smooth. I can change it, for example, to hertz, so it will not be synced to the tempo. It will be free running, right? Take it a bit down so it's nice and slow. Right, and now this, and maybe even make it bipolar. And now this I can just map to the shape, right? And now, oh, it's Shabbos. No, I will not make, that's the latest version, Gail. I will not start making grid tutorials. It's just that I'm waiting for VCV2 to be released, because I don't see any reason to make videos or live streams now with VCV1, because there are so many changes already. So I thought I will explore Bitwig for a bit. I started using Bitwig this week. Already recorded a piece of music with it and the hardware. So I'm thinking of starting using it more often now. .1, yeah, that's the latest one, yeah. It was just released yesterday, I guess. Right, so you can see I can just modulate whatever I want. And now let's work on the sound a bit. Alright, so first of all I want to modulate also the decay. Right, and you can see it's also polyphonic, right? So oh, they added also a looping function here. This I didn't see, which is quite cool. Right, so let's modulate this. I will add, for example, a random modulator. I can also use this one, by the way, but let's use a sample and hold, LFO, right? So now I can say, let's map it here. Wait a minute, let's take it down. Right, and now let's modulate this. Right, let's make it smoother. I don't need this to be synced. Right. That's the full studio, yeah. That's the full studio version. Bitwig better than Reaper. Depends for what. I use Reaper, so I used it until now a lot, but I see myself now using Reaper for recordings of videos and stuff, for mixing and final stages, because I think I have all of my workflow there, all the shortcuts. I have buttons for the things I'm using. Reaper is really easy to use, but Bitwig is more as an instrument, you know. Okay, now let's do this. First of all, let's go to. Now we load the init, and let's go with the two new ones. Let's go with Orion. Fast attacks, sparse initial echoes, beat up quickly. Right, now let's do this. Let's add, what can I add? Supermassive, yeah, it's a gift that keeps on giving. Let's use an LFO, right, just a normal LFO, and I will use it. Is there an invert here? Can I invert stuff? For sure. Let's see, maybe it's in logic. No, maybe this one? I'm not so sure anymore. Math? For sure with the math I can do something, but I have no idea what. Oh, I want also to arpeggiate this something. Okay, never mind. Let's do this. So, what I wanted? The skew. Right. Bipolar. Not re-trigger, so it will always run. And have it again with frequency. Yeah, it's really cool, yeah. Oh, I just realized my face is on the... Ah, no, it's okay. Let's make this a bit slower. Right now, as you can also add a bit of detuning, so it's a bit more stereo even. Right, now let's add another oscillator to this mix. The wavetable, for example, is really nice. Right, there are many wavetables to choose from. Let's go with the fractal one. I don't know. Right, and now what I can do is I can add, for example, a sort of a crossfader, right, a blend. And now this is also cool. If I add it just on the cable, it will make the connections for me, right, which is quite cool. So now, to the left we have the triangle wave, to the right we have the wavetable. Okay, I don't like this one. Let's try phasey. Oh, take it an octave down. Again, some detune. Ooh. And now we can add a filter and soon also some modulation here. Right. And And let's add here as the modulation, wait a minute, explain the color coding on the inputs. Is that telling you which type of modules? I guess so, yeah, but I'm not so sure about this for now. Yeah, it's the modular environment of Bitwig, so it's modular, not like VCV, because VCV is a like emulation. So things work also the same like in hardware. This is a bit different, I guess. But still it's very fun. Okay, so now let's add, what did I want to add? I wanted to add a different type of modulation, so a sequence. Right, so let's see. Let's have this bipolar first of all, right? And maybe have 12 steps, right? And do something like this. And this will modulate the blend. Now we have some sort of rhythm, I guess. This is nice. The voice stack spread modulator, yeah. Yeah, this one here you mean, right? The voice stacking, yeah. Totally. But now with this sequence we get a bit more, right? A bit more movement, I guess. Let's use the random LFO. Is it bipolar? No, so let's do this. To modulate the index here also. This is a nice sound. Okay, now I don't want this. I want something a bit less repetitive. So let's do something like this. Let's change this up a bit, alright? I will do something like this. I will delete everything. Okay. And now what I will do, I will just enter. Let's go with F. No, let's go with C. We went with C. Right? Just this C here. Right, so we have one. You know what? We don't even need this, but let's leave it for now. Let's leave this for now. Okay. I'm saving it. Yes. I'm saving it. Okay. So now what we can do, right? I have one voice, but there is something that's called the note. How is it called? The multi-note. That will create a chord for me, basically, right? So I can have the main voice, right? And I can have an octave above. And I can have also probability for this. So I can say there is a chance that his octave above will play, and there is a chance that it will not play. And the seventh above, so a perfect fifth, right? Again with probability and also with velocity spreading. So sometimes the voices will play with lower velocity. And I can add here also the minor third. Right? And we have again something with a bit more variety. And just need to add velocity here. And I'm not so sure how. Let's see if I can do this. There is a velocity input, right? And this is going, where is this velocity? This is envelope out. Where is this going? Somewhere I have to control levels. I think I saw this somewhere with math and multiply. Am I correct? Let's see. Multiply. Let's see if this will work. Alright. So now we have also velocity. What is some weird module? Where am I? This is VCV2, man. Where are you? This is VCV Rec 2. Right, so now we have a bit something. Cool. Oh. Right, so we have this. We have basically pitch, right? Chords. I can also change this here, and then we have different chords, right? So I can say C, let's say C, 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 Senior, and then I can have, instead of C, let's be kitsch and go with G, right? Right? The new dark mode. Extra dark. Right, so there's something a bit more generative. I'm not playing anything, it's playing by itself. And there is just one note here, as you can see. Right, but I need a bit more something here. So let's see. Let's add this one here. Right, and let's go with granular like always. This is other desert cities from audio damage, which is basically a delay, but it has also granular mode. And I will change the reverb a bit as well. Let's go with Cassiopeia. Right, and now we have the filter here that we can change a bit. Yeah, Ice Locus, I still didn't use the clip launcher so much because I think I prefer to play things live, I guess. So all I have is just a stack of voices, just like when I do a patch on VCV or on my UREC hardware. And then I bring stuff in and out, change things, you know. But yeah, it can be helpful. Maybe we can create also some drums here. It's really fun to create drums here in Bitwig. All sorts of glitchy stuff and whatnot. Right, so let's say that this is one voice, and I can map. This is also cool. I can just map everything. I can just map this to my keyboard. Right, and this I can later play a bit. Right, so we have a fun voice. It's not the best, but yes, for now. Right, let's call it. How shall we call this? How shall I call this channel? Shall I call this David's harp? Oh, David's harp. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Ay. Right, and I can control this. Okay, shall we try and add like an arpeggio maybe? So I will add another polygrid. Polygrid. Alright. And what I will do, I will copy the same progression, whatever. Right? Okay. Let's take this down for a second. And now I'm going to... That's a bridge in Jerusalem. Yeah, true. Hey, Spiros Lapos. Cheers, man. And now what I will do, I will copy this here also, right? So I have the same... the same progression more or less, but again it has probability, it has chance, so it will be different. But I'm going to arpeggiate it. There is an arpeggiator here also as well, right? So basically I'm going to arpeggiate this, right? David's Harp, yeah, this is a good title for Alright, now let's change this. Let's use, for example, the phase, which is a phase distortion and phase distortion and phase modulation, I guess, oscillator. Okay, there is nothing in the input. Right? So we can do something like this. We can also switch between different oscillators. Is this the level? No, let me think where it was. Mix, select. Yeah, it was this one, right? So I can select, for example, between the phase oscillator and maybe the triangle again, and why is it not? Alright, yeah, no. And maybe a sub oscillator, whatever that means. Ah, just between two? No, I don't want two, I want more. Oh. I don't want two, I want more. Replace with... Can I not make it more? Let's see. Where was it? Mix, select. Ah, I can just make two big... Ah, here, sorry. Merge. Was it merge? Up to 8 inputs, 1 or 2 adjustment incoming signals. Yes, merge was it. Not select, but merge. Okay. So I can just... No, okay. Let's do this then. Right, so I'm going to send this here, then this here, and then another one. Does it get it? Ah, here, folks. Let's say 3. Alright. Right, and now let's say that I want an LFO or a random something to do this for me. I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the chat. Just a second. Cool. You see? Haha. I get those clicks soon and I will change this. And where were we? Ah, okay, I didn't miss anything. I didn't miss. I thought I missed the... Alright. Okay, so never mind the switch. We can just use the switch is better for CV, I guess. Although we used it before and it worked quite well, but never mind. Let's use a mixer. Let's mix those stuff. Opalach. Right, 1, 2, and 3. Let's see. Okay, let's add more modulation, steps modulation, right? Just so we get something a bit more rhythmic. So this will be, let's say, unipolar for the shape. Right, but let's take there is the transport, which I can use as a clock here. Right, something like this, and let's use, let's say, 7 steps. All right. Yellow retrigger error. Ah, yeah, and then it's not jumping. Oh man, I forgot. Alright, so let's go back to this. This is why it worked before, I guess. Let's go back to this. So now again, merge, right? I want to merge them, and I want to have 3. So basically, I want to crossfade between them. That's what I want. Yes! Thank you! Right? So now I will have another steps with a different, let's say, 10 steps. Right, something like this. And this will modulate the folding a bit, just a bit. Right, just so we have some movement, and the sub will stay a sub. Right. There are some clicks from the sequencer. If I change this to interpolation, it will be smoother, which is perfect. Right? Okay. And let's change this to, let's say, also 12 steps. Yes. I don't want the A. I want the AD. Snappy. Right, let's add here another note. And let's add another steps. I need just to make them and let's go here with something longer, maybe 18 steps. Right, something like this. Once you go squonk, you can go something else. Yeah, I just got it this week. I thought while I wait for VCV2, this is a good time to experiment with other things. Alright, now here I can also use velocity, but I saw a really cool trick in one video. Right, to modulate, I can modulate the arpeggiator and create a nice rhythm here. So let's do this. I will add another steps here. Right, I can use this sequencer to modulate the division or the multiplication of the clock. Right, so let's do this. I will map it. Let's say by 1. Right, and then I will make this also bipolar maybe, which is here. Right, and I can randomize this. Maybe we go with 20 steps. Right, if I... right, you can hear the rhythms. Hey, Justin! Right, so this is really more, a modular way of thinking, that you can modulate almost anything, even the divisions of the clock of the arpeggiator, which is cool. Oh, I think. This, for example, is something you cannot modulate, and this is a shame. This is the, or trigger, I guess. I don't know, maybe someone can knows this. You can even modulate the modulators, but this, for example, you cannot modulate the randomness thingy. So, for example, if you want every once in a while to have it randomized, you cannot really do this. Right, now let's add a bit of randomization here. Let's see if we can add a bit of... let's leave it like this. A bit of... no, I need to move it. I need to move it, I said. Alright, I don't need anything. I want to sort of randomize things, right? So if I saw there is I/O, there is the pitch input, right? So if I use the pitch input instead of the built-in envelope, a built-in MIDI, right? So I can do this. Ah, but now it's not from the... how can I get the same result? CV pitch out, no. But... or maybe I know, I have to open this. Sorry, I have to open this. Now I know. Okay. Cheers, Jan! Right? So now I can put stuff in between. For example, I can use a quantizer, right? And send everything right from the quantizer, and then before the quantizer I can put something that will add randomness. For example, I have no idea what. Let's see what. Let's go with pitch. What do we have in pitch? We have pitch, we have octave ratio transpose we can use, right? But I have to change this here. So what do which notes do I have? I have C, I have F, I have CF, which is good. Right, I have those three, I guess. I can add another one, maybe? No, it will not play it because it's not available now. Hey, Galabo! Yeah, I'm waiting for the release. Right, so I can do stuff like this and modulate, but I need something here like a reverb or something. I need again the initialize, and let's go with the Lyra, for example. Let's have it synced also. Right, and maybe opalach. This was delay. Let's go with reverb a bit. A bit more massive. Let's go with this. This I like. Okay, but now it's still quantized. It will still be quantized to this. So I need a G here also, I guess. Let's just put all of the notes of the scale. Yeah. I got Bitwig, yeah. I correct myself to want instead of need. I don't know, I never thought about this actually. Aye. Nice, it's working. It's also transposing, and I can transpose it even more. Right, because it's before the quantizer, so I can use, for example, another random or maybe an envelope. I don't know, let's use a random one. Where is the random here? Random. I have one already, but let's do this. So again, let's disconnect the retrigger. And let's have it modulating just a bit the transpose. And very slowly. So let's go, let's say, every bar. Ah, use note input. Haha. Ah, no, but then it will transpose. No, okay, never mind. Right, so we get all sorts of glissandos and schmissandos. If you can do for the Bitwig community what you've done for the VCVR community, then I'm incredibly excited to see the future of Bitwig. Justin, thank you first of all. But no, I'm not so sure that I will. I mean, unless it's something you're interested in, because this channel, this channel, the one you're watching, is mostly 90% VCVR. And VCVR is going to get a big update with the VST version. So maybe I will use VCVR inside Bitwig. This is a possibility. But we will see. We will see how it goes. Okay, there is something I'm not so sure about. Maybe someone, Bitwig experience can help me with this, with the quantize and the transpose. Why it's not keeping the quantization, basically. Control S. Yeah, I saved it. So that's my question. I can open the filter a bit there. Start a Bitwig channel. Justin, I appreciate it. I just started this week. Let me get used to this. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this idea with the transpose. Because it's not working. If someone can help me with this, it will be great. But if not, never mind. We can continue to another voice. First of all, I want to make this a bit less always repetitive, right? So I can use, where is it? Level control. Send pitch band data instead of adjusting the MIDI notes. No, I think it's adjusting the MIDI notes. Kyle, I'm not so sure you need the grid if you are using VCVR and you will use it as a VST, because in VCVR you can do all of this and much more. Right? So Okay, so I want to control I don't want it always all the time, right? So let's control the level with the filter. This is something I like doing, right? Just so it's not always there. I can have another map here. Right, if I have a delay here, right, so I can add more feedback. No, the transpose was before the quantizer. Okay, but I still don't like, you know, there is something that I'm noticing when I'm making music with modular, that I don't like movement in pitch. I would just like it to stay in C. That's it. When it moves there to the G or whatever, it's just, I don't know. I like it to stay. Eddie, what do you mean much more if only? You know something? This is something I asked myself a lot this week. So I did. Kyle, you are in the live stream, the mixing live stream, right? So this is the piece basically that I made with Bitwig and hardware. And I used the grid. I used also the synthesizers from Bitwig, and they sound amazing. Right, so maybe what I'm thinking is maybe using VCV more for sequencing, for generative, for modulation, and using Bitwig and hardware as the sound source. Right? So this is something I'm thinking, because there was one voice that I used that was made in the grid, and it sounded amazing. And I don't know if I could get something like this so easily with VCV, without a lot of post-processing or whatever. I'm not so sure. Let's call this ARP. David's harp and David's ARP. Yeah, exactly. Use the best of each world, because in VCV you have so many interesting sequencers, so many interesting modulation sources that you can use. You missed the stream. Okay, so it's online. You can watch it. I mean, online for you. It's on the Discord. Cool. So we have this. We have level control with. Okay, now let's try and create a bass. David's bass. And polygrid. Let's see how many I can add. I have no idea. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but you can always use them. I mean, if you have it as a VST, you can use the VST also as an effects. So you will get two VSTs. You will get the VST instrument and you will get the VST effect. With the VST effect, you can put it on send channels. You can put it on individual channels to process the sound. You can use plateau there, for example. If you want basal, you just use basal. You open like any other VST, like you use the grid or any other VST. You can open and use basal if you want. You can do with the 16-track version without. I have no idea. I didn't try the I think I got. What was it? I think yes, with this keyboard, with the Nectar keyboard, I have here the Nectar 88. I got it like 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. And I got the 8-track, I think, Bitwig. Okay, I don't want the triangle, I want the sawtooth. And I want to mix the sawtooth with the square. Right, so let's mix it. Something positive about the grid. F-stop, I will say something about the sequencers for a second. Something positive about the grid is that you don't have so many modules available. And I find it as something positive, because then you can really concentrate and learn the different things, right? In VCV, you use a module for a day or two, and then something else comes out and you forget about it. About sequencers in Bitwig, well, it's a DAW, so you can basically sequence it any way you want. There's lots of randomness, there's lots of probability, there's lots of creative sequencing. I will do this also with drums maybe soon. All sorts of creative sequencing that is just, it makes it really easy to sequence. So first of all, mix. Let's do blend, or let's do, what shall we do? Let's do blend. All right. No, let's mix. I want both of them, and I need a filter already, so it's not too loud. Here, let's go. I think there is a ladder. Ah, that's the one I used all the time. Oh, yes. Right, now if I want this just as a drone, I can add something like a latch, right, which is here, without hands, right? So now I can concentrate really on the sound. So I can add pulse width modulation, for example, right? Let's take an LFO, okay. What have I done here? This I wanted. Right. Much slower. And I need here another map. Listen to this bass. I mean, just listen. It's a sawtooth, a pulse wave, and a low pass filter, right? That's it. Listen to it. I mean, you know. This needs a lot of supermassive. Another one of those. This works great all the time, this splashy synth. I mean, this is insane, right? I mean, again, sawtooth, pulse wave, and a low pass filter. You see what I mean? Let's do this. Let's add another LFO that will be for the cutoff point, right? Ah, but now how can I send modulation to the cutoff point? Is this one here? cutoff input. Yes, indeed. So now I can send level, right? And I can attenuate it. I want to attenuate this and send it to the... I can control it from here. I don't need this. Right? Right, and now what I want is I want to control the mapping of the attenuation, right? Let's do this. And I want to control also the tempo, the rate of the LFO. Right? Crazy? Sawtooth pulse wave low pass filter. Right? Insane, no? Insane. It's not insane, but you know what I mean. It just sounds so warm and fuzzy. Right, so we have a bass. Just a drone, but it's a fun drone. Yeah, supermassive, yes. Okay, bass. Right, and here I have nothing because I have this latch that just holds the note for me. Okay, and now let's try and add some drums. I don't know what will happen, but we will see. Let's add a drum machine. Almost a minimum. And now let's load a kit. There are many kits here. I'm not so sure. I don't have a favorite one, but what is crushed kit? Now I can also listen to it. I want something a bit more. What is this? No. Electron. Let's see. That's this. I'm sorry you cannot. My face is hiding everything, but. Oh yes. Yes, this is cool. All right. Right, so now we have this. If I add now a MIDI track, right, I have just those here. I can have, let's just play everything, right? I can have, for example, movement there. I like this. Right. Right, so now, for example, I can say so now, for example, I can say I want this here, right, to be twice, but I want this hit not to happen all the time. I want it to happen every 2 times, right? So I can set it here to have it every 2 times. So once it will happen and once not. Right, and already from this short sequence you get more variation, you can do more things. Right, we can add also something a bit more glitchy. So for example, oh, we can add also a crash every whatever. Let's see. Right, I don't want this all the time here, so I can say this will happen, let's say, every 8 bars. Right? So we get a crash every 8 bars. Oh, and let's add maybe to this. Yeah, let's add to this another hit here, for example, right? But it will be more with ratcheting. So for example, I can do this, right? I hope you can see. No, I'm hiding. Oh no, I'm not hiding it. Ah, I'm hiding something. Let me see if I can take my camera out. No, this. All right. Sorry, I was hiding here the thingy. So now, where was I? I was here, right? You can see. No, let's go back to the crash. Right, you can see here I set it so it will play only once every 8 bars. I have it in this short loop, right? It's a short loop, but it plays only once every 8 bars. And this one here, I just chopped it, right? It's one note, but I chopped it to be 5. And now I can set it that it will start slowly and go more quickly, I guess. Right? And I can also set the velocity, so the more the node progresses, the velocity goes down. Right? And I can set also probability to this. I don't want it to happen all the time, so I can set probability, for example, of about, let's say, 63%. I cannot see the chat. Now I can see the chat. Another option is Omri gets real hardware synthesizers. What do you mean? Right, and now every once in a while there is this glitchy hi-hat. Let's add also an open hat. They cannot play together. Ah, it's the kick, sorry. Right, and now I can say this how complicated it becomes. Not complicated, but how deep it can become. Right, I can set probability to this hi-hat, right? I can set, for example, 65%. And I can say to the open hi-hat, I'm looking at the camera, but the camera is off. I can say the open hi-hat that it will happen only when the previous, when this hi-hat also happened, right? Or when it didn't happen. So because it has probability, sometimes it will not happen. Only when it's not happening, then I want this open hat, right? Right? And now it didn't happen because we had a hi-hat. Jumps can be a bit louder. Maybe I can add some compression or something like this. Right? So this is basically it. Let me bring back the camera. Alright. Right? So you saw how cool this is. And now here there are more controls for this. For example, delay. I'm going to modulate now. Oh yes, yes. Let's go with the sequence. Let's see if we can run the sequence randomly. And No, but we can make it maybe, let's say, 18 steps. Randomize it a few times. Take the level all the way down. All the way down for now. Right, and let's use it to modulate the course. I want it to run faster. You see how you can get really interesting variation. Hey, almanacs! Oh, you also got Bitwig. Modulation is endless, and I really like this sequencing stuff. Really, this probability, conditions. Right, maybe I can take the velocity of this open hat a bit down. Let's see. This is also something you can add. Maybe I will show you this in a second. Just a second. Velocity. Right, I can add also velocity spread, which means that it will have every time a different velocity, basically randomly, right? So I can add this, for example, to this here. Right, just a bit. And this is still a bit too loud for me. Opalach, this is not what I wanted. What is this? Release, I don't care. Gain. I have the Mini Bruto. Opalach, yes, I have the Mini Bruto. I love it. I love it. I'm not so fan of the sequencer. I have the 2S. I wish that it was just a desktop, but I really like it, yeah. Man, nice. Oh, I mean, and I'm using it. I just got it this week. I mean, imagine what you can do with it after you learn. Actually, it's a bit embarrassing, but I started looking at the I started looking through the manual. I started looking through the manual. It's funny. Right, now we can also add, for example, a reverb here. Let's see how the reverb from Bitwig is doing. Right. Right, and then modulate the mix. Modulate the mix. Modulate the mix. Let's modulate the mix. Maybe another steps, longer steps. I like these steps. Maybe 64 steps, right? And maybe I will take everything down for a second. And we will have, what shall we have? What is this? The phase modulation, smooth. Oh, we can have it also smoothly. No, this is not what I wanted. Right, something like this. And now modulate the mix. Right? And I can make it maybe less steps, and then it's not sitting all the time together. Listen to this variation, right? From nothing. It's what? It's this is basically the loop. Maybe I can also filter this a bit. Oh man, this I will also map. Man. Okay. Nothing to the where is the performance meter? Where is it? Where are you? I cannot see it actually. Yeah, but it's not like a manual of a module. It's a manual of a whole DAW software instrument, right? So it's like a bit exaggerating. I should print it and take it to bed with me. Where is the Wim, where do you see the CPU meter? Am I missing some? Ah, it's this one here. It's this one, right? Yeah, alright, yeah, it looks good. And already 60, more than almost 70 minutes. Bigger performance meter. Ah, yeah. Cool. Sweet. Let's do this. Hey, Nick. Cheers, man. Okay, now I need something to play on the keyboard. But you see what I mean about the scenes? That I'm not so sure how I can use them. Because I have now everything under my fingers. I mean, I'm not so sure. I don't know. I will have to experiment with this a bit more. But let's add another polygrid. Do you know when the best version will be available? Which best version? I'm not so sure I understand. Okay. Hey, Emma. VCV, it's VCV 11 already. Okay, let's change this to, wow, a swarm. But I need a filter now, so it's not too heavy. Let's go with a different filter. Solvent key. Silent key. Ah, the VST. I have no idea. I have no idea. Sorry. Okay, so now what I will do now is, what shall I do now? What I would like to do is something I do a lot, is add reverb, distortion and another reverb. Right, Guy? I mean, this is a swarm. Okay, it's a lot of in this case saw waves. It's a super saw, by the way, probably. But still, it just sounds good, right? There is nothing here. It's clipping even a bit. Right, and I would want this here. Where is the filter? Map it. Right, something like this. But I want more variation. So let's again scan through different oscillators, but maybe a bit quicker this time. Right, let's choose another wavetable. Let's go with Rhodes. Right, and now what was it? It was a mix, yeah. Merge, yeah. And I want 3 again. Right. And I want a bit quicker, so let's use an LFO. Maybe we can do some wave splicing. Probably not, but we will see. No need for retrigger. And cool. Let's go for it. Oh yes. You hear this in the stereo? Sorry, I'm not looking at the chat, man. This was a bit, let's see. Oh, there is. Okay, so now let's modulate it randomly because we can. Right, something like this, maybe bipolar. Again, change the phase for the different channels. Again, what did I do here? I'm not so sure. Again, slower. Slower. This should be slower. Aye, this is fun. What did I want to do? I want to modulate this a bit. Slower. Right, so we have a nice sound here. But let's see, what do I want? I'm not so sure what do I want. I want a reverb. Let's use again the reverb from Bitwig, because this is going to a distortion now also from Bitwig. Let's see. And another supermassive in this case. Supermassive reverbs. Very nice. Let's see if here let's see, just the distortion, no, the reverb I wanted, the preset. Let's see, Dark Spring. Oh, all right. I'm not so sure how this will sound like, but let's see. Sounds broken. Let's see without this here. Slower, the sample and hold, slower. It's like there is a sampler from ELM. What's the name? ELM? I forgot already the. Let's see without the reverb. Or maybe. Let's use just distortion for a second. Ooh. Let's see this. Okay. I need another. Okay, I know what I need. Another channel. This time there is a hi-hat. I'm going to call it a module. The E-hat, because it's just a hi-hat. Right, and I just want. Let's play everything. I just want 16th notes of hi-hat. Oh, it's not 16th. So just a second. No. Right, and what I will do is I will change the velocity spread, which means that it will because I need a bit more movement, so now I can change the sound here. Oh, yes. Yes, another map. Wow, I forgot already what I have mapped here. But I need it also. Okay, cool. ALM, yeah, the slump level. Yeah, I mean, if I hit here F1, for example, you can see you get a whole explanation about what's going on, and I can still use the module. You see the decay is still moving, so I can see what I'm doing while I'm reading what it's doing. It's very visual, very cool. Oh, I'm here, sorry. Man. I don't know what I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Play team. I really don't know what to say. It's so fun, and it just sounds great. Right out of the box, right? I mean, you could see I didn't do so many things here. For example, this is, let's call it solo. Right? There are 3 oscillators that are just, I'm scanning through them and there's a filter. I mean, and it sounds amazing. So I don't know what to tell you. Okay, I'm going to shut the mic. No dark mode here, but I'm going to shut the mic. I'm going to turn off the mic for now. Play a bit. We'll see what will happen, and I will see you soon. Yes. 7177, man, how are you? Long time no see. Oh man, this was nice. Wim, yes, this was the filter, and I had also an LFO on it with an attenuator, so I could control exactly the rate of the LFO, the attenuation of the LFO, and the filter. Yes, this was cool. This was very cool and very nice, a really nice experience, and I'm happy that it worked out so well. Yeah, this week. Finally made it. Yes, long time, 7177. Long time indeed. I hope you are doing well. All right, cool. So this was it, I guess. Bitwig, the grid. We will see. I hope. I said this also last week, and this week I will say this again. I hope next time we will have the stream party, VCV2 release stream party. So. Yeah. So I hope so. Yeah. So anyway, if you want to try, this is not a sponsored video or nothing. I just want to say that if you want to try Bitwig, you can try it for free without time limitations if you want. Just you cannot save and export. This is what I did at the beginning because I was unsure. And it's helpful. Yes, that's it. What else can I say? I don't know. Thank you so much for joining. Enjoy your weekend. Oh, nice. Cheers, man. Thanks. 2 hours already. Oh, yeah. 2 hours, indeed. And that's it. Thank you again for joining. And I will see you in the next one, I hope. This was fun. See you in the next one. Was it played via VCV? No, there is no VCV involved in here. I'm waiting for the release. So yeah. All right. Cheers, everyone. Ciao. Ciao.